Welcome back to the Sheffield Wednesday past and present road to glory here on Dexterity Box. Last episode, well, that was a bit of a ride, wasn't it? If you haven't watched it, quickly go and watch it because you've already kind of been spoiled. We've got 283,000 coins, and that is because we packed that hero, which has bankrolled the start of this road to glory. We log back on to see many items have also sold from the packs we've had, along with those that haven't. But today is going to be a lot of rivals. I'm not going to show you the whole thing. I'm going to do some things off camera, show you highlights, but also we will have the rivals rewards towards the end of this video. And obviously over the course of the past few days since we did the last episode, evolutions have come out. There's plenty to be progressing this team. The actual last day of footage that you see on here later is the last day of early access. Actually, we are now in, at the time of recording it, look at that goal that we concede. This is the thing, you're coming up against great teams, but Antonio gets us back level. We are out of early access now. It is into the game. Everybody will be getting their hands on it who wants it today. So exciting time for the RTG, because obviously the lower divisions are going to be getting flooded with newer players, so we might stand a chance, because as you can see here, we're not doing too badly. We're coming up against fully gold teams that are sort of 84 rated, 85 rated, and we're still managing to do it with Antonio and the likes, but it gets tougher the more these teams have that Evo'd, Nunez, and players like that that are just, they're getting past Deschamps Bernard, right? It's very difficult. We get a pack here. The packs are going to be very useful because we'll still do SBCs if we can afford them, because the bigger players in our squad will help us in the future. Premium gold player pack, preview pack's a little bit rubbish there with Oxlade-Chamberlain, but the good thing about that is we have got a silver pack and you can get some decent stuff. We don't. I do want the first owner Wednesday players at the minute. We've only got Murphy at the minute. I'd like a few more. But as you can see, I'm talking about evolutions today. Chalobah is the one we're going to use for both box-to-box and the octopus. He will become about 77 after all of those. There's a clean sheet bonus in the box-to-box one, which is a bit annoying when we're doing rivals as well, and even squad battles at this level. But we keep going through the rivals. We want the reward upgrade. I am sacrificing my personal road to glory. Oh, look at that. Typical FIFA defending, but I am sacrificing my personal road to glory progress basically to make sure that this Evo hits the 45 games, not 45 games, 45 points. Can I just say, Bethany England here, super sub. She does this more than once in some of the games that you've not seen off camera. She comes off the bench and she's the perfect substitution. Great finishing. Players don't seem to be able to handle her, so when I bring her on for Vardy or Antonio, or I drop her into a 10 with a change formation. Fantastic goal from Antonio there. And she helps us change the game. Obviously, we were 1-0 down in this. We go on to win 2-1 with thanks to Bethany England coming on and changing the game. I must say, I showed these stats because I got very frustrated in this game because I kept shooting. Look at my shots, 15 to their 4, right? And their keeper had a stormer. We kept missing as well, because obviously we don't have the best finishing. But yeah, I felt like I needed to show that. This game we jump in, we're already 1-0 up and we've got a penalty. I think I highlighted this because this guy seemed to keep, guy or gal, not sure, seemed to keep fouling me, as you can see here. So Vardy gets another penalty. It's 3-0 up. Doesn't quit on 3-0. But we get to the 86th minute. We score a fourth. Antonio, great goal. And this, why would you quit? In the 84th minute, you've nearly got to the point where you don't get your DNF. I've got 741 coins from it. We're very close to Division 8, which is quite scary, actually, because Division 9 is still quite easy for us with this RTG. We're doing all right. I'm not playing too many more games off camera to compensate for it. But this one, we're 2-0 up, and the big thing about this is if we win this, we're probably going to go up a division. So we are going to be into higher division territory, sorry. I think we're in Division 9 at this point, yeah. So if we win this, Division 8 is calling. They do get a goal back with Havertz. We're not going to be able to do much about that with the quality of players, but Vardy puts us 3-1 up. How have you guys been finding your rivals games? Because mine have been all right. I think I've done better with this. See again, Bethany England, the likes of this Evo team. I've enjoyed it so much more. We concede a comical goal. I must say, Martinez, he cost us a lot, but he's not fantastic. That is Division 8. It's going to be trickier from here on out because this is where you start getting people who have assembled half-decent starter teams. So even if they're not... Look, Foden. We've got Foden here. And then Foden passes it to Werner. Just the skill and the pace there, we're going to struggle. I'm using Luongo a lot more as a change for Chalobah. We get a late equaliser there, more than deserved in that game, and that's 1-1. Nunez, though. This is the Evo Nunez card. You can't do anything about it. It's so fast. And if you wrong side Godfrey or Bernard, it's over. So that's the thing we're coming up against. Most people have got that Nunez Evo. We do get an equaliser with an unlikely Chalobah goal there. But again, they've got like Bailly. Griezmann comes on for them at this point. And there's Danjuma in there and that Nunez. And we're just scrapping for our life here. Fantastic delivery there from Martinez to gift them a goal. We're still at the stage where we have to bring Luongo on, but Antonio nearly brings us level just before the half-time. We're into the second half. Bethany England comes on again, and she is super sub yet again, makes it 2-2. Honestly, thank you for the heads up last episode about her, because she is saving our skin in a lot of these rival games. Vardy on the 75th minute actually puts us 3-2 up. I'm quite happy with this against the strength of that squad, but look here. Nunez running through. You can't do anything from that position. 3-3 near the 88th minute. Celebrates like they've won the Champions League. Our Evo team was always going to struggle. A bit annoying to draw, but at least we didn't lose there. Into this one here, we've got Vardy glitching and then attacking quickly down the left because you love the lag. That was lag, by the way, that you saw there. Vardy bringing it into Antonio. Antonio rebounds off the keeper, but then typical FIFA happens, unfortunately, for this player. A scorpion kick to Vardy, and it's a goal. And I believe this guy thinks, right, that's it. I've had enough. I'm not having that. I'm not having that. I would do that as well. I'd be like, you know what? I've just tried to pass it out. Keeper error. And that puts us on 30 points, a win in Division 8. We're also steadily working on the objectives for Chalobah at this point. The box-to-box one's quite annoying, to be honest. But we're coming up against heroes now. We're getting to a situation where we're going to have to be on our game because these teams are good, but the Antonio Vardy link-up's still working. Vardy scores a fantastic goal in the 34th minute here, and that's enough to get this guy to quit as well. So we had a couple of rage quits in a row. 33 points is very useful. We're getting towards that 45. Chalobah also completes level 2 of box-to-box, which means he's only got one more level before we can put him into the octopus. Relentless should help. He's now got Relentless, so I won't have to sub him off as much. His stamina's still not going to be great with it, but it's better. That's why I focused on that, because we have to sub him off so often, Chalobah, that I thought if we can get Relentless on him, it'll help him with that stamina boost in the second half. Obviously, we've got a pack here from an objective completion. It's just an 82 rated card. Now, this was when they still had that slow it down game mode. This is the only game I managed to actually matchmake for in slow it down. I like the idea because I was like, well, we can use Chalobah because he's perfect for this. And we do that in this game. But how did you get on with this game? I think it was a little bit poorly executed from EA, the slow it down one, because it was here for 2 days. Early access, nobody was playing it. Everybody was playing the other one, and it just sort of split the matchmaking. So it was a little bit of an interesting decision from EA there. We're 3-0 up, obviously, here, and then we decide to coast and concede. And I feel like this is when people start to get sloppy in Rush. And look here, look at the space you leave for them just to split the defense apart. And then somebody why do people bring the keepers out so far in this game mode? It's so annoying. And then 3-2, you've gone from 3-0 up. Chalobah goes for the shot. We nearly get a goal there, but it's a rebound, puts us 4-2. We're involved in that. We have a lot of blocks and interceptions, it's worth mentioning in this, but 4-3 with 30 seconds to go. We go 5-3, and I think at least we're going to get the points from the win. But I'm here in the box. I'm trying to get a goal for Chalobah himself. It doesn't quite happen. We do win 6-3, though. We get a late win. And this is what I'm most happy with. Look at this. The stats. We are the top-rated player. Most interceptions, most crosses, 9.3. Please be a team player in Rush, guys. It's really helpful. Stop ball hogging. But yeah, I think I give up on the rushes because you need so many points. And there's so many lemons in the lobby. I'm just like, I'm not bothering with this. I'm not doing this. They do bring in a Sprint Supreme Evo, though. And I look at it for Godfrey because we've got that cosmetic on Godfrey and it'd upgrade even further. And look, that's very nice and sparkly and shiny. But it caps at 78. So Godfrey would only be getting a boost to his acceleration here. So I think it's most beneficial if we give it to someone like Bernard, who will get a short sprint speed boost because his sprint speed is already quite good, but he will get the full plus 10 for his acceleration. There is obviously options such as Iorfa, but again, his sprint speed's already really good. It'd bring him close to his old card, his 82 rated silver. But oh yeah, I felt like I had to include this because I was playing quite a few games at this point. A guy with a really, really good side. Yeah, I realise I've not got the blocked messages from people I don't know on Xbox, and I just found this, like, I remembered being 14 when I got Ghetto, and I was like, yes, he got a last minute, like, winner with a really good side on some of the off-camera stuff, and I wish I'd got it on camera, but yeah, it happens. But yeah, that's that Evo completed. I think we'll put Bernard into the Sprint Supreme, but so let me know about that. But it's time to start the Octopus with Chalobah. That's important because I think, just look at this. He's going to become such a decent card. Now, I know some Wednesday fans I've been seeing on Twitter that some people have already been using Chalobah for this. So they've had the same sort of thought process as me when I did this. And I think a few of them actually already done it. So if we can get him there, it'll be fantastic. I kind of do wish we had the club reward because you can get a 78 rated Chalobah or something, or 79 rated Chalobah, which would be fantastic. We don't have that, unfortunately. We do have a 75 by 2 here, though. Can it be something decent? It's at least above an 80 because we've got the walkway. I think, hang on, have I missed a walkout here or something? Is this like, you know, is this Williams? No, this is Williams bait. I did pack Williams, actually, though, on my personal one, so I'm sort of building a Spanish team on there, but all my focus is on this RTG, and Dan Byrne is in our preview pack there, so nothing sellable. The silvers are where it's at though still. This means we've usually got a good silver when you get the arch, I believe, and it's Whittaker. Now if you look at this pack, it's only 3,750 coins to buy. Whittaker sells for about 2k. I find out that Blackburn Rovers kit does sell for us for about 2.5k, so everything else in that pack is just profit. So we do buy it, go for another one, and unfortunately this one's a bit rubbish. So we're at a point where 1 point is needed to make the 45 points. Can we do it? We will see. Against this team, we are 1-0 up here, so I do start the recording because I'll just let you into a little bit of inside baseball here. 3 hours 40 for this episode I'm combing through. I don't film everything purely because I'll be there with 10 hours of footage, but Jamie Vardy puts us 2-0 up, and it's looking likely that this is going to be the game that gets us the reward upgrade. I don't know why it's matchmaked with 2 black kits. This keeps happening with these 2 kits, and it's doing my head in, because on you can see it a little bit here, the colour variations, but you know, at a glance on my TV, I'm really struggling here. We go 3-0 up in the first half. I'm wondering if we're going to get a rage quit. And we don't at this point. So I think it's because I think these were playing co-op, if I remember rightly. So they're just probably playing for fun. But Vardy goes for the 4th here just before half-time and doesn't quite make it. Same sort of thing, but hits the bar this time. 50 minutes, we're into the second half. We're fighting for it again. They're looking to do us on the counter all the time, but we are quite strong on the ball here. Gassama's shattered. Barry Bannon's getting some outings in this episode as well. Remember, we signed him at the last end of the last episode, so Bannon's actually featuring a little bit more for us. They get a bit frustrated and decide to absolutely wipe out our centre-back there with Mallon, so a card comes out. But Vardy, 64 minutes, can he make it 4? He can make it 4, and then you see the pause coming up and you're like, they didn't quit at 3-0. They are quitting at 4-0. They thought they could draw it back. That is the reward upgrade, but it's also a case of, you'll notice we're only a couple of milestones away from Division 7, which I am not looking forward to, because Division 7 is where, when I don't play Ultimate Team for that long, I just linger, just because I never used to play Division Rivals. So I know what Division 7 is awful, and we're getting there. But we have got the level 2 for Chalobah, 75 rated. We won 5 rushes in a row, which gave us the small-sided trophy. Going to do some SBCs. We can't not do the SBCs. Like, marquee matchups are now back. We haven't done them yet, but we will do them in the next episode. And there's these players that we can get out of these tradable packs is very useful. Having said that, though, I don't think this is a tradable pack. This is the early access challenge, so it's the prime gold pack. But again, you can get some good SBC players in here. It would be quite fun to get, like, Martinez first owned as well. That's probably the goal that we want for untradeable packs, apart from just fodder, Koulibaly would have been a fantastic hit a few years ago, but we're not quite there. It's a decent pack though. There is players there that we'll be able to use for certain things. Now, Adam SWFC 8666 writes in, get Ashley Fletcher in them Evos. Buckley as well could be a good option. My squad is starting to fill out with good depth. So, Ashley Fletcher, obviously, absolute legend for us last season. We are going to bring him in. We can get him for about 400 coins here. So, I agree. Evos are worth it. Goose Creative Design says George Hurst. I respond with, do I have to? Because if you're a Wednesday fan, you know that didn't end too fantastically well. And I look at him, I think I will buy him. I think they baited me on my personal one. I got him in my starter pack, George Hurst. But he's quite a pretty penny there, so we're not going to go for him just yet. I will go for Venatio, which I think Goose was also mentioning. And I do look for some more of the Wednesday players there. Venatio might be good for a boost. Jordan Story played a couple of seasons for us. He was one of those lone players that we really, really liked. And then he's obviously gone on to become a mainstay in Preston's side. Lewis Baker, quite a while ago now, we're looking at this player, but he's a 70 rated rare. So he could be quite good for Evos there. And then we've got Volks, who played for us last season. Who we're not going to... The buy it nows are a little bit too much, so we just gone for a bid there. I'm going to try and keep some of the players down. Adebayo is actually a player that not too many Wednesday fans probably think of too fondly, but I'm quite appealed to the fact he's got 80 pace, so we are going to buy him for 750 coins. Marco Matthias, if you don't know who this man is, look up Marco Matthias against Leeds. He scores one of the best goals I've ever seen. He looks a little bit old now, but he could have a good Evo there. Hennigan, 64 rated centre-back. He is the top of the bronze. If we get a bronze Evo in the next couple of days before the next episode, I will be very happy with players like Hennigan and Dean, but we're not going to spend too much on them. We're going to try and bid and see if we can get them on the cheap. Fletcher, there's another Fletcher, Stephen Fletcher. He's now a 63 rated bronze, but with the Wrexham loving, you never know. Marriott here as well. We might end up having a use for these cards at some point, the players that used to play for Wednesday. Adeniran is also quite a cheap bronze we'll go in for a bid for. We lose out on Adeniran there. We might go in for him later. Volks has won. All the rest are in there on the bids. Fletcher and Marriott get over the line for the initial bid as well. This is where I actually decide, you know what, I'm sacking off Rush. I'm not doing it. I might do it in future episodes, but we don't need it. I would have grinded it if we didn't have 240,000 coins. We get Dean, Matthias, Baker, lose out on Hennigan and Story, but not a bad addition to the Wednesday past and present in terms of players here. And here we have our reward upgrade for division rivals. You're not watching elite ones here. We've got 75 by 10 jumbo premium pack, 8,500 coins, and a useless player pick for an RTG. I'm sure you've watched people pulling out like the team of the weeks and stuff from that. We're not there, but we're going to make use of what we got from our reward upgrade for this RTG. The most exciting thing for us is obviously there's tradable players here. We'll open that last. Can we get something good from the 75-10? This is a walkout. You can see the two little lines at the back that make the full thing there. And I realised, okay, so this is an Arsenal women's player then. I don't really know if they're too highly rated. I'm thinking 86, but it's actually Mead for 88. Now, if this was my normal account, I'd probably use her. She's probably the best right winger I'd have at the minute. But she is good fodder for an RTG where we can't really use her unless someone finds out she played for us when she was like in the academy or something. But I don't think she did. She would be very good fodder. And it's not a bad pack for fodder, actually. An 85 in there as well. A couple of 84s. Useful. Quite a good Arsenal pack there if you're an Arsenal fan, I guess. A couple of Arsenal's bigger players. Then you've got the Jumbo Premium Gold Pack. This is where we really wanted the walkout. It's not a walkout, but it might be half decent. It doesn't look like it's going to be half decent here. But tradable players are always coins for us. And we might get a first own tradable of one of ours. Berardi isn't great. It's like 1,000, if that. So this pack's only going to probably make us a couple of thousand coins. But there is the consumables in there. The players aren't very big. A nice surprise was the fact that we have both La Liga and Bundesliga manager leagues, which sell for about 2,000 apiece. Actually, the Bundesliga you can get for about 1,000. But the La Liga one's really, really desirable. So that's quite decent. Then we're just going to open this last pack we've got here. We get a Bundesliga central defensive midfielder. Bayer Leverkusen, and you're thinking, who could this be? I just wish it was a cam. It's not. It's Andrich. So that's how we get in the premium. That was the preview pack for the gold, and nothing is in the silver. that is where we're going to leave the RTG today. If there's anything you think I need to do for the next episode, please let me know in the comments. I'm recording this the day it comes out, and we will have an episode in the next couple of days with all of the squad battles rewards, and we're going to keep pushing forward. But for now, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, do all those things, and keep watching right here on Dexterity Box.